Settings program and document are essentially explained in Vectorworks basic course. But it is important that we take a look at it. In the program settings, we have something very important here in the Save section, the prompt to save. This can be disabled and then, for example, save every 7 minutes. And here, you have the option to save to a backup document and save the backup at another location. It is very useful to save the backup locally because SSD drives are very fast, and the original document will then be stored, for example, on a server globally. This way, you have 2 different backup media. You can also create 2 backups here. And it is very important to specify the path where the backups are stored. You can adjust it here. In case of a program crash or power failure, it is important to locate the latest version here in the backup folder, not in the path where the drawing itself was saved, because the drawing itself will only be saved when we explicitly select Close File and then the prompt to save appears, or we select Save File. Only then will the current file be saved, or when exiting Vectorworks. Another thing, in the Edit tab, for example, you can set a custom grid value and use the arrow keys to move by 10 units, for example, 10 mm or 1 mm. And then we have the Display tab. Here we have the option to show everything in edit mode or turn it off. This means that when we group objects and edit the group, we can check if the rest is showed or not. Show everything in edit mode, that means I have a rectangle and I have a group with 2 objects. They can be grouped with Ctrl+G. Now the question is, what happens if I double-click on it? Here everything appears in gray. Because this is a very important function, you can also set this display in the method bar, so you can also control whether the other objects are shown or not. If this button does not appear, it needs to be loaded in the sidebar. Show everything in edit mode. I'm going out here. In the miscellaneous section, we have the option to set the number of undo steps with Ctrl+Z. It can be set up to 100 times, but higher values can affect performance. In the serial numbers/license info section, we can see the expiration date of the certificate. Which means that if you work online, you can work offline for up to 90 days, and then an internet connection is required again. You can check when the certificate expires. In the 3D section, you can set the default display style for the 3D view. For example, when you switch from 2D plan to 3D mode, the wireframe is displayed, and here. I like to set it to orthogonal so I can work in a very planar way. So, if I have a rectangular shape here, I create an extrude with 100 and then go to the standard view right front top. and the orthogonal wireframe mode is displayed. And if I am in the front view, it looks like this, otherwise it would display a perspective mode in the view menu. In the Enable section, we have the option to colorize activated objects or not. If this is enabled, it can sometimes be distracting because everything is displayed in orange. This can also be distracting with objects that have many components. If you disable it, in the active section, we will have this state with blue dots, and when you hover over an object, it will be highlighted. In the File Locations section, as we have seen before, you can show the user folder, where individual workspaces, title blocks, or template files are stored. The Smart options allow you to quickly access specific functions. Here, in the construction box, it works as soon as I hold down the spacebar. And menu appears immediately, and I can quickly access the construction tools, for example, or standard views or recently used functions, and the method bar here. In the quick search, we can display the search filter or descriptions. And that was a quick overview of the program settings. And then, in the document settings, the dimensioning section is quite interesting. Here you can assign a dimensioning standard, and in the dimensioning standards, you can set fixed dimension limit lines. If this checkbox is selected, you can set a fixed length for the dimension limit lines. In addition, we have the option to assign a text style. So now, if I create a dimension, I can specify that the dimension limit line is cut off, whereas the standard style includes long dimension limit lines.